Hey everyone, this video is going to be all about this coating right here. This is Meguiar's M888 Beyond Ceramic Paint Coating. So 13 months ago, I applied this to my Golf R. I spent an entire Saturday, doing a full prep, right? An iron decon, followed up with a wash with a clay sponge, right? Then I did a paint correction, right? I had a couple of small scratches to polish out, and then I did like a finishing polish all over the car. Got the paint really nice and dialed in. Then I did a panel prep on every part of the paint. And I waited overnight, got the car nice and dry, and then the next day, on a Sunday, I applied that coating. Went on really easy, didn't have any issues with it at all. Made sure I had good lighting, make sure to take my time, plenty of towels, but the application process was super simple. I then gave it a full 7-day cure, like the instructions asked for. Didn't let it get wet, didn't wash it, anything like that. Really wanted to give this coating the best chance of lasting as long as it possibly could. Now, if you follow my channel, right, if you've watched any of my videos, you know how much I love some of those spray-on rinse-off sealants. I have quite a few videos about those types of products. With this car, with this coating, I really wanted to, test the longevity of the coating without anything applied to it. So I have resisted the urge to apply any kind of toppers. I have not used any kind of ceramic drying aids or ceramic sprays or any spray-on rinse-off sealants or even rinseless washes that might have any kind of protection in it. So what you are seeing is the results after 13 months of this coating being on here. During that 13 months, right, I've driven a little over 12,000 miles. I've washed the car 54 times, right? 26 of those were rinseless. 28 of those were bucket washes, right? Foam, rinse, foam. Sometimes I would use like an alkaline pre-wash. Sometimes I would not. I didn't really keep statistics on that, but little over half and half. So yeah, a little over half of those washes were, foam, rinse, foam with a bucket and a wash mitt, and the other half was rinseless wash using O&R. And that's pretty much my routine, right? I try to wash the car about once a week, sometimes every 10 days, something like that. And I will usually alternate between bucket wash, rinseless wash, bucket wash, rinseless wash. So those numbers kind of play out and kind of match, my typical routine. So what I can tell you real quick, this coating is holding up unbelievably well. This coating, I think, is a really slept on product. It doesn't get talked a lot about on Reddit or any of the Facebook groups that I'm a part of very much. I don't see a lot of videos about it online, and I'm here to tell you guys, this is a fantastic coating. So I'm going to give you some more details about this coating at the end. This was one of the very first coatings to to start utilizing polysiloxane. And now pretty much every coating has some kind of polysiloxane in it. So what polysiloxane is really known for is its self-cleaning abilities, right? Like anytime you hear about a coating that has really good self-cleaning abilities, it's most likely polysiloxane based. So, like I said, we've had a lot of rain here where I live recently. I've driven quite a few miles. I've driven like 500 miles since I last washed the car. And what you'll see, what I hope you can see on the camera, is that this car looks pretty clean, right? 500 miles, a little over 3.5 weeks since I last washed it, and it looks pretty clean, There's a few little bits of stuff stuck onto the paint, nothing major, right? Little grime on the windshield, stuff like that. Come down here, a little bit of dirt along the lower part of the car, but really not that bad. Come around here to the back. You see a little bit of grime up here by the spoiler. This is probably the dirtiest part of the car. You got a lot of dust and debris back here on the back. But what I want you to take away from this, guys, is that when coatings talk about self-cleaning, this is what they mean. I can drive this car through a hard rain and it comes out clean. Not 100% clean, right? Not 90% clean, but like 80% clean, you know? And what this has allowed me to do, right, is it allows me to pretty much put away the pressure washer. It has allowed me to completely modify how I wash this car, because I'm not blasting off huge amounts of dirt every time I wash the car. I do have a pressure washer. I have a Ryobi. I have an upgraded, you know, hose and foam cannon and all that stuff, right? I do like to wash the car like that every once in a while, but I don't like to do it if it isn't necessary. And so this coating, guys, combined with the combination of Bilt Hamber Touchless, foamed on, rinsed off, and then washed with a bucket, has completely changed how I wash the car, right? So I don't even spray on Touchless with a pressure washer. I use a foaming pump sprayer. Let me grab it real quick. So this is a Neuburia. This is one of the new Neuburia sprayers. So I just do 1% Bilt Hamber Touchless in this. I do it all over the car, right? I rinse it off with the hose, and then I refill this with a regular car shampoo. I spray a panel, and then I wash it with the soap from my bucket. And that's really all I do. And it's super simple. It's super fast. I'm not blasting the paint with any pressure. I don't have to put the pressure washer away when I'm done. And it just keeps the wash process super simple and effective. I'm not developing any swirls, any marring, anything like that, because I'm not having to clean off really like heavy caked on dirt. This is about as dirty as my car ever gets, and you can see that it's really not that dirty. So to me, the coating is doing its job. I'm really happy with it. I would recommend it, but I know you're going to want to see more, so that's what we're going to get into. So give me a few minutes. I'm gonna kind of get ready. I'm going to show you what I'm going to give you a brief shot of what the hydrophobics look like before I wash the car, and then we're going to look at them again after we wash the car. And I've even got a little surprise for you here. So I have a test panel that at the same time that I coated this car, I applied the M888 to this panel. And I let this panel sit upstairs in my house in a dark closet for the last 13 months. So this panel is coated with the same M888, the same bottle, same time, same day. It is identical, right? And so at the end of my wash, we're gonna look at the hydrophobics of this panel, and we're gonna look at the hydrophobics on the car, and we're gonna compare the two. And I think you'll be really pleasantly surprised. I've not touched this panel in 13 months, so I'm assuming it's going to be nice and hydrophobic, but we'll see. So I'm going to show you a few little clips of how I wash the car, and then we will look at the hydrophobics once I'm done. Upstairs. All right, we're back. So it's getting warm where I live, and when it gets hot, I like to wash the car at night, which is great for keeping me comfortable, but not so great for filming videos. So it's already getting dark. Thought I had a little more light than I did, but I wanted to give you guys a quick shot of the hydrophobics before I even wash it. So this is dirty paint. I haven't pre-sprayed it. I haven't, foamed it. I haven't done anything to it yet, except rinse it. Normally I don't even do that. Normally I just do a dry foam, Bilt Hamber Touchless. But for this video, I figured I'd give you guys a shot of the hydrophobics before it's even been washed. So look in here, and you can see all this nice beading. I'm gonna hit that panel right there. So hopefully you can see how great these hydrophobics are 13 months later. Again, I haven't done any kind of a decon. I haven't done any toppers. I haven't done a 3 pH wash. I just, I wash it with Bilt Hamber Touchless. I wash it with a pH neutral car shampoo, and that's what I do. Occasionally, and I trade it up with rinseless. So you can see how great this water beading still is. All the way down here, right? Very little signs of any degradation at all. So I'm gonna keep going with the wash, and I'll try to give you some hydrophobic shots after we're done. Okay, we're back. I just got done washing the wheels, and we are gonna do a quick little demo of this Neuburia electric pump sprayer version 2. This is the white version, not the red one. The red one is the version 1. This is the version 2. It's only been out a few months. Pretty happy with it. So this is how I use Bilt Hamber Touchless. I just foam it on. It's not a super dense, thick foam, but it's enough to clean the car really well. And you can hear it kick on, right? When the pressure drops too low, it'll kick back on and boost itself up. So I foam that on, and I just let it sit for a few minutes, and then I rinse it off, and then I proceed with my contact wash. It's been really safe, really effective, really makes the wash process a lot easier. I'm a big fan of Bilt Hamber Touchless. I'm a big fan of this Neuburia pump sprayer. So as a lot of you know, a good sealant, right, a good coating should actually kind of resist the soap that you're using to wash the car. And so I'm going to try to give you guys a good shot of what I'm seeing here. So when I go over this with a soapy wash mitt, you can see, no, the lighting's not great, but you can see how well it's still resisting the soap. So this is after 1 year, no decon, no toppers, no nothing. This is on the roof of the car. Still nicely resisting the soap. Look right in there. Okay, we're back. Wash is done. I just did my final rinse, and I wanted to give you some action shots here of the water beading. So what do you think? Still looks really good to me. Again, this is with no toppers, no drying, no ceramic drying aids. I do use a drying aid, but I just use rinseless wash that doesn't leave any protection behind. So I've been really careful, you know, not to do anything that would affect this coating over the past 13 months, right? Or positively affect it, let me say. And so this is pretty much how the water behavior looked right after I applied it, right? And it's how it's looked ever since. I'm really pleased with it. You can see all down the side here. I apologize for the lighting, but you can see that great water beading is like that all over the car. So I'm going to try to set up the camera here, and I'm going to get you guys some action shots of me actually rinsing it, so you can see what it looks like when the hose is on it. Be right back. Okay. All right, I think you can see how great the beading is, but I wanted to show you guys something else that a really good coating should be able to do. You know, with a slow stream of water, you should be able to get a coated panel pretty much dry, just like this. So if your coating can do that, you know you've got a really good one. Doing that as your final rinse really makes the drying process a whole lot easier. You can just see how much less water is actually on the surface of the car, right? The less water that's on the surface, the easier it is to dry. You can often go around the whole car with a single drying towel if you get it like that. So this coating does that very, very well. I can dry pretty much, I can get the whole car pretty much just like that. So again, that's another mark of a really good coating. You should be able to sheet the water off with just a garden hose. All right, I think you, okay, as I promised, here is that original test panel that I coated with the same bottle of M888 that is on my car. This has been sitting in a closet upstairs, no sunlight, no contamination, no nothing, literally just sitting on a shelf. And so you can kind of compare that to what you saw on the paint of my car. What I can see with my eyes, right, it may not come through on camera, but I see very little degradation, if any. What you saw, the water beading, the water sheeting off, you know, when I use the hose on it, it looks that way all over the car. I cannot find a single spot that I feel like needs a touch-up, that is degraded, that needs a decon or anything like that. Just great water behavior all over the car. The self-cleaning of this coating has impressed me more than I ever imagined. That wasn't even really on my radar when I bought this coating and when I put it on the car. It was only really after like the first couple of months of using it that I was like, man, this car just doesn't get as dirty as it used to. And before the Meguiar's coating, I had an Adams coating on there. I had Adams Advanced Graphene, and I liked it, but it had some high spots that were my fault that needed to be polished off, and so I just decided to remove the whole coating and start over, and I went with this Meguiar's product, and the difference in the water behavior and the self-cleaning is really, really noticeable. So I've been really happy with it. I know the coating market continues to advance and change, and there's a lot of coatings out now that, you know, weren't available a year or two ago. But if I was going to coat another car, if I was going to do something, I would pick this coating all over again. You know, and I know that may surprise some of you, but that's just how really impressed I have been with M888. You know, Meguiar's doesn't talk about it a lot. They don't publicize it a lot. You really have to, you know, like dig deep into, you know, YouTube and forums and things like that to find much about it. There's some really great interviews by Marcus Kleiss, who talks about it some, how it was developed, how they, you know, really, you know, how it hit the market at a really, you know, kind of tough time. You know, it was around COVID and there was some supply chain issues and stuff like that. So they had trouble getting bottles. The first batch, you know, had some like seal issues, you know, and so the coating kind of went bad in the bottle. So I think it just really had a bad launch, you know, but Meguiar's has kept it around. They still sell it. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it at Meguiar's, you know, website and stuff like that. But they really just don't talk about it a lot. It really didn't get a lot of publicity. But I think it deserves it, especially because this coating is priced really well, in my opinion. You know, I've gotten bottles as low as $40. I think right now it's around $100. I think normal MSRP is like $99 or $100 or something like that. You know, but I still feel like that's a good price. If I, you know, was going to buy this again and I had to pay $100, to me that's worth it. You know, I don't know if I would have tried it out at that price. That's the thing. I don't know if I would have tried it out for $100. But now knowing how good it is, I would buy it at $100. I think it's worth that price tag. So anyway, guys, I hope this was helpful. What I want to know from you, what should I do with this? Should I let this ride? Should I just keep doing my normal wash process and see what this looks like 6 months from now, a year from now? Or should I start topping it up? You know, like I love some of those spray on rinse off sealants. You know, I've thought about, you know, maybe doing one of those on half the car and leaving the other half of the car just completely, you know, untopped up, whatever you want to call it, right? Just you know, the bare coating itself. So let me know what you think I should do. I would really love to know your opinion on what I do with this coating and how I continue to maintain it. So anyway, I hope this video was interesting. I hope it was helpful. I will see you guys next time.